Hi friends, and welcome back to Ursula's Farmhouse Kitchen. Today I want to show you how to make a flag cake for the 4th of July. And I'm going to use this wonderful baking dish that I love. I got it, I believe, at Publix a few years back, and it was only about $12. So whenever you see really good deals like this, you need to get them. This is perfect for the 4th of July festivities. Now today in our flag cake, I've already added um, a cup and 3/4 of regular granulated sugar. And I've already added 1.5 sticks of real butter. So I've already started beating that up. And the next step is to add in 3 eggs. And this is the whole egg, but the yolk and the whites. So I'm going to go ahead and blend this in to the creamed sugar and butter. And the next step is to add in the vanilla extract. So there is 1 tablespoon of the vanilla. And I'm going to have to get out some more. That is not quite enough. All right, we're gonna mix this. All right, we're gonna scrape the sides really well. Okay, so the next step is to put in 1/2 cup of sour cream. All right, so we're putting in 1/2 cup of sour cream. The next step is to put in 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. And I'll use canola oil. Okay, at this point, we've already done the sugar. And we've already done the oil, the butter. We've done the vanilla extract. So now we're going to add in the flour. And it calls for 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm using White Lily. It says to alternate the buttermilk with the dry ingredients. So I'm going to do a little flour and a little buttermilk. A little flour and a little buttermilk. I've got 1 cup of flour. And the buttermilk, it calls for a cup. So I'll get my liquid measuring cup. Make sure you check the date on your buttermilk. It should last about a month if it's a fresh one. I know the one that I first picked up yesterday, it only went to July 6th, so I quickly put it back and got a different brand. This one goes through July 22nd. Maybe I need to shake it a little bit more. Okay, and it calls for 1 cup. Okay, I'm going to put that back. This is a messy recipe. I have to keep washing my hands. All right, I'm going to start with a little bit of my first cup of flour. Now remember, the flour is going to be 2.5 cups, but I'm just going to put a little bit of it right now. And I'll mix in a little bit of the buttermilk now. Now we've got to add another cup of flour. We'll add a little bit more buttermilk. And this is a 1/2 cup. This is the last of our flour. And this is the last of our buttermilk. It looks very moist and very smooth and fluffy. All right, let's look at the next steps. I already have my oven preheated to 350 degrees. And it does say to put parchment paper. So I'm going to add some parchment paper, but I'm also going to go ahead and use some cooking spray. But I will put some parchment paper as well. We don't want to have a hard time getting the cake out. All right, so I've got it lined with parchment, and I also use the canola spray. And the next step, it says to spread the batter into the pan and bake for 15 to 20 minutes. And it says to check at 15 minutes. And I'm going to be making sure it's done because it might take a little bit longer than that. It does warn you not to overmix it. So this is what the cake batter looks like right now. It's very similar to a pound cake consistency. It smells good, very fluffy. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and put it into my red casserole dish, baking dish. I sure hope it turns out well. We're going to be taking our flag cake to a friend's house tomorrow night, and we're really excited. These are new friends of ours, and we're just super excited to meet them. But they invited us over for the 4th of July, and I love meeting new friends. And I like to take a dish when I go to someone's house, so it'll be wonderful. Y'all let me know what your plans are for the 4th of July. Are you having people at your house? Are you hosting? Or did you get invited to someone's house? Let me know in the comments how you're celebrating the 4th. Hey, I just wanted to let y'all know I didn't tell you when to add in the baking powder. Well, you add it in whenever you're doing the buttermilk and the flour and you're alternating dry and wet ingredients. My husband called on the phone and I got off track, so I forgot the baking powder and I just had to add that in. You do 2 teaspoons of baking powder. So anyway, I just wanted y'all to know that I had to add that in after I put the batter in the dish. But I've got it all smoothed out and I made sure that it was still mixed up very well. So I don't think that we'll have any problems with my flag cake. So I'm going to turn it around and show you how fluffy and pretty it is. It looks just like a pound cake batter, really. So, and I did taste of the batter with the spoon from the bowl, and it's so delicious. It's really, really yummy. I was kind of afraid that it was going to taste like buttermilk because I'm not a fan of buttermilk. But y'all, this is a really good cake batter. So I think we're going to be fine. All right, so this is what it looks like so far. Here's the batter, the cake batter in the pan. And I'm going to go ahead and put it in my 350-degree oven. And it's only going to cook for 15 to 20 minutes. It says to check it at 15. So I'm going to set my timer on 15 minutes. And I believe I'm not really going to put the fruit on until tomorrow because I'm making this on July 3rd. I'm going to wait until the day of the event, July 4th, to add the fruit. And I'm just doing that just to keep the cake separate from the fruit right now since there's a whole 24-hour time period. I hope that y'all have a wonderful 4th of July, and I'll show you the next steps in a little while. Y'all hang with me. Hey guys, I just wanted you to know that I had to keep working on getting my cake done. I didn't want to overcook it, but I didn't want to undercook it either because I'm taking it to some friends the 4th of July. So let me show you what it looks like. And this is what my 4th of July cake looks like before I'm adding the cream cheese frosting and the berries. And I actually made this cake on July 3rd, and I'll actually put the frosting and the berries on there tomorrow just before we go, because it does say on the recipe to be very careful if you don't dry the berries really well, that it will ruin the look of your beautiful cake. So y'all, please be careful when you make the flag cake. Make sure that all your fruit is totally dry. So dry it with paper towels first. I just wanted to give that warning. Hey there, I just wanted to show y'all that I've already rinsed all the strawberries with my colander, and now I am just setting everything up on my cutting board, and I'm removing all the leaves from the top of the berries. And the recipe says you need 25 berries. And after I slice the berries in half, I'll make sure to dry them with paper towels or they will ruin the white icing on the cake. So that's a very important step. So as soon as you slice the strawberries, make sure you go over them with paper towels. And the berries should be lengthwise, cut lengthwise like this. So that's how they should look. Like this. I'm going to cut off the little stem. These are beautiful strawberries. I hope they're just as sweet as they are pretty. And I'm glad that I got the large container of strawberries because I may need some extra ones to make the stripes. Now, and try to dry those off as best I can. We'll need 50 blueberries for the stars. I'm just going to go ahead and wash all of them and drain them really well on the paper towels. We don't want any juice to mess up the cake. Hey there, I just wanted to show y'all that I've already rinsed all the strawberries with my colander, and now I am just setting everything up on my cutting board, and I'm removing all the leaves from the top of the berries. And the recipe says you need 25 berries. And after I slice the berries in half, I'll make sure to dry them with paper towels or they will ruin the white icing on the cake. So that's a very important step. So as soon as you slice the strawberries, make sure you go over them with paper towels. And I believe this is 50 blueberries right here. I'll double check in a few minutes. But now I'm going to go ahead and add in my strawberry slices. Hey, sweet friends, here is my flag cake all finished now. And we have 50 blueberries on there. I'm thinking I might have to double check the blueberries. But we have all the stripes that we can fit on the cake. And I just hope that y'all have an amazing 4th of July. Thank you for tuning into my channel, Ursula's Farmhouse Kitchen.